Alright, so we are, I believe we are all good. Fantastic. Today we are going to be working on a new illustration for, I'm just gonna make some fan art today. Just want something fun to do, and I wanted to create some art for the upcoming art show that I'm gonna be doing. So I figured since it's going to be a Comic Con, I should probably have some sort of fan art. So I really enjoy Dungeon Meshi, so that's what we're gonna be illustrating today. I did some sketching already. So I just need to pull this up. I updated my iPad. Oh, ew. What is that? Delete that from the iPad. Remove delete app. I don't like the look of whatever playground is. Anyway, I'll just pull up my reference image and we can get started. Yeah, just pull up Procreate. I was having a heck of a time trying to draw a thumbnail out today. That was interesting. My iPad decided it was gonna run out of storage space. I knew it was coming up because it warned me, but I didn't think it was gonna be that quick. So, yeah, I had to spend like an hour and a half going through my storage and offloading a lot of my art stuff onto an external hard drive. Which is fine, except for the fact that a lot of the data kept going into system data and not giving me the gigabytes back. Super annoying. But I was able to eventually get what I wanted. So, yeah. So this illustration is very much going to be on silly factor because the show itself is pretty dang silly. So if we're not being silly with silly show, what am I doing? You know, I think I'm gonna upload this to the Google Drive and then I can work off of it because I really like the energy of the sketch, and I think if I work off differently off of it, I'm not gonna like it as much. So we are gonna quickly upload that to my drive so I can download it and then input it in. Just put that in art real fast. Save there. Upload. Fantastic. And we'll grab that from my file. Well, I have to open up Google Drive real quick. Download that. I could use my external hard drive, but then I would have to shut down my iPad because there's no other way to disengage it without, which is rather annoying. So I have to shut it down when I want to remove it. Okay, now we can have the sketch. Fantastic. Now we can go back in. Hello! Oh, dang. You'll have to look later then. Oh, I'm sorry. Too bad you don't have midwinter break. A lot of the kids around. Yeah, midwinter break is nice. Not that I really I'm not in school, so that wouldn't, not that it really affects me, but it was nice when I had it. I think since I have everything like base sketched out from this, I just need to grab a reference photo of all the characters. Lyos first, because he's kind of pivotable to the rest of the characters' positioning. I need a full body image of this man. That works. Alright. Pull that to a different screen. And let's get sketching. So I've been so busy this week with outside. I don't think I can use this brush. What is the, why is this not right? Something about this isn't right. Is this, no, why is this DPI, the DPI isn't right. Why is it 72? That is wrong. I was wondering why my brushes were like not working. So I didn't have the correct DPI. So rude. Oh, and now you can't see anything. Let me fix that. Sorry, the first half of the stream has just been me like trying to fix things. I can just the sizing on this so you can actually see the entire thing. I guess maybe the first thing I need to establish is I have the characters in place, but I have no idea what kind of background these guys are existing in. So we could start with that portion of the sketches, figuring out what kind of background they want. There we go. Now the brushes are working. I mean, could do an archway, because that would frame the characters nicely while also being like realistic in the sense of how the show looks. Anyway, I was starting to talk about what I did today. So I've been working at my job, and they assigned me to do a slime camp. And I really shouldn't have underestimated how, like, much children enjoy slime. Because this slime camp, There's like 8 different projects worth of slime. I was thinking they were gonna get tired of it. No. No, no being tired of slime. Slime forever. Despite us have working on 6 projects of slime, they are still excited for tomorrow's project of slime. So I guess that's fun. Why? We don't need the spot healing brush. Could I, like, filter effect, distort? I want kind of like a curved effect on these. Blur video? What? No. Stylize. No. Sharpen, render, pixelate, noise. It would be in distort sphere. I think it would be sphere, distort. Wow, that is small. I cannot see a thing. I mean, it's cool that it does it, but that's not what I wanted. That's not what I want. Okay, so filter, distort, um, there we go. That's what I wanted. Can I make this bigger? Smaller? It does not look right. Mostly because the sphere was not on the entire thing. So distort, spherize. Is there a way to make the sphere bigger? Can... I love effects because they make so much sense, and I just want it to do the entire thing. It's so much to ask to make the sphere bigger. It is just too much to ask. Okay. I could worry about that later. Heck, that making their environment feel small, actually. Maybe there's something else, something on Pinterest that would spark my interest for castle-like backgrounds. I am currently looking for, I guess, castle ruins would be the best thing to look up for. This is kind of outside stuff. Guess we could go very direct and go dungeon. Dungeon ruins. I do like a good water effect. Pillars. I wasn't very off on the vibe here. I guess I could just emphasize this so then it feels more high up with the framing. And maybe I can do some fun stuff in terms of distortions to make it actually then I would have to angle the characters. This isn't right. This is not. That's not right. Maybe I'll just push that to the background then and have some more foreground elements for them to be running past. Like rocks and rubble. This could be a wall that they're passing by. I really like this show, and one of the things I don't think I don't know, I don't think the community is like big enough yet for fan fiction, which is where I yeah, I fall in love with shows because of the material that are like the base material. But the thing that like really gets me hyped is when I can like read other people's interpretations and ideas on how a show could go. And there's not a lot of Dungeon Meshi stuff. Like, there's a little bit of it, but it's not really as much as I thought there would be. At least, maybe not what I'm looking for. Because there's a lot of shipping stuff, which is usual, and that's fine. But I guess the thing that I'm looking for... I don't know, I guess I'm just looking for more shenanigan stuff. And I do enjoy a good found family trope, but I don't know if it's really... I think I read most of the ones that were already in that kind of niche. So they weren't... I don't know. Maybe it's just me expecting too much big fandom content from smaller fandom. I'm sure once they get the next season going, I'll get more content to look at and enjoy. And I just have to be patient. Because the show did just... I guess in terms of things, it's like relatively recently that it came out. So fandom hasn't really had a bunch of time to put out content. I think my favorite thing that the show played with was... I really enjoyed the changelings. I think that was so fun, and I want them to mess around with it more. I can't wait for any other shenanigans that come up from it. I'm not sure if they will. Like, I read the comic, but comic and show do differ slightly, so it wouldn't surprise me if they did or didn't decide to mess with the changelings some more. Sometimes I'm reminded that I don't draw armor very often. This little neck guard thing for specific plot reasons that don't even get brought up until like way after. Trying to remember if it was covered in the anime. I don't think it was. I think that's a season, next season focus. idea for this illustration was just they were planning out a meal. They they got their they got their food, and then as they were going about getting ready to eat it, new problem arose that they weren't quite ready to deal with. So now they're just running away. Marcel was being a little bit spell happy. And they're like, "No, Marcel, please. We want you to save your strength. Don't attack this random creature." And now they're just running. Yeah, I feel like partly the reason why Marcel is like in this, at least in this illustration, being so like, I'm going to murder you via spell is because she is hungry and she had just worked up the nerve to eat the food that had been made by via monster. And they were so rudely interrupted, and now she's gonna have to build up all that mental energy again to eat the food. So she's kind of mad. Everyone's week has been going well. And having a chill time. Doing well at school, or just maybe playing a new game. Speaking of games, I've been really into playing Phasmophobia recently. I've me and my friends, and then also I got my partner to join in with me, or I guess maybe they got, I don't know, just playing with several different people. I've been slowly getting better at the game, and I've been watching videos. Because I've been wanting to try and guess the ghosts without the usual 3 evidence method. Though I fear that the true way to start getting better at that particular skill is to start playing Nightmare. Which, I don't think I'm ready for that. That's a little daunting. Just a little bit. To give you context, just recently started playing like the professional round instead of like intermediate. Though I've wanted to play intermediate sooner, it's just one of the people that we were playing with he was just not having it. He's like, "No, we're not gonna play. We are not gonna play professional." I was like, "But I want the bonus. Come on. Come on. We could get, I want to level up." Because for some gosh dang reason, to upgrade the salt, it costs, it's like level, I'm trying to remember if it was thermometer or the salt, but I think it was the salt. It was level 43, I think, to upgrade the salt to tier 2, and I was like, jeez, is it so hard? Just sprinkle the salt in a vaguely different manner. Like, why why is it why does it require such a high level gap in order to please, I want to be able to place 3 salt at once. So, in order to upgrade the salt, I have to actually play some game rounds that have you leveling up. Me and my partner learned the hard way that a blood moon still happen even if it's like not exactly. I think I need to draw this. I think I need to. This elbow isn't high enough, and then I think I need to make the side. I think it's a pauldron. I think I need to make that bigger. Yeah, there we go. Fun. Anyway, back to phasmophobia. I have I've been half contemplating that if we stream a game at some point to play phasmophobia, but then I would probably be playing by myself, and I don't know if I'm bold enough yet in my play style to play by myself. Maybe that would be more fun for you guys though, to watch me be half confident in what I'm doing, but also terrified because sometimes I still can't tell when a hunt has started. Like sometimes you can tell right away, but other times they come out of nowhere. They're like, we don't like you here. I'm like, I don't like it here either. I just want to guess you and go. I'm not trying to do anything. All these ghosts want to try and kill me, and I just want to try and guess who they are. What leg did I have forward on Laios? It's really ambiguous with this sketch whether it's his right leg or his left leg that I had. I genuinely can't tell. I guess I'll have it be his right leg that goes first, because his body is tilted the other way. So just look the best if that was the one that was pointed. And is his armor? I get it. It's probably accurate to something, but like, what is his armor? Probably have to clean up the bottom lines. This is kind of feeling sketch-like. Like, he has some shin guards that are immediately overtaken by his boots. Whee! I'm drawing out the boot here just in case I decide to change the debris up front. Also, I think I need to lift his body up a bit. Just a bit higher. I keep forgetting. On Procreate, you need to grab outside of the selection box in order to lift things up and move them around. In Photoshop, that just twists things around. So tapers in. He has a little belt. It's a little belt like right here. Not that any of this is gonna be visible, because I'm pretty sure Chillchuck's head's gonna cover this up. Wonder, like, the cut of this chainmail. Because I imagine it would have to be like high enough up that it'd be acting like a mini skirt, so it wouldn't impede too much with his general movement. Because I would imagine that would not be ideal when you're trying to run away from monsters. Not an expert here, but I feel like that's a reasonable assumption. Angle on this, because I don't think I drew it right the first time. Knee pads, you gotta love them. Protect those knees. I don't like drawing on them. Knees are already weird enough as is. If you've ever done a leg study of knees, or just leg study in general, and you happen to be drawing the knees, do you know how weird those things are? Those things are weird. Who designed them? Who designed legs? I just want to talk, because they're kind of weird. They're kind of funky. And sure, yeah, it looks cool when you look at ballet poses closely, and you start to wonder, how are their knees and feet and legs in general just moving like that? It just seems odd. I think I have to draw too much more of his legs, just because it's gonna be covered up. By other characters and whatnot. I think now would be a good time to work on Marcel. Because I think she's been the least affected by me shifting things. So let's pull up a reference picture of her. Hello! Welcome to the stream. We are creating fan art of Dungeon Meshi because I wanted something fun to do, and sorry, I'm trying to type at the same time. And I thought this would be a nice and relaxing thing to do. As well as I wanted something fan arty to sell at Comic-Con. So, Dungeon Meshi it is. Because I quite enjoy the show. Guess I'm just wondering what reference. This one's good enough. And immediately get covered. Alright, pull that over. There we go. I think her side profile has her having. Does she have a side profile in the show? Or am I going crazy? She most likely has to have a side profile. Is requirement. Just I don't think any of the images that I'm getting. I think she has just a generally pointier nose than Laios. Alright. What? Where did it go? No. Sir, come back. Please. I don't need you to automatically assume what I want. So angry in this image. Probably because she was ready to eat. And it's kind of looking like she's smiling here, which is not what I want her to be doing. I think maybe it's just the eye positioning of the pupil that's getting me. There we go. That's better. Hers can be fun to do because she likes decorating her hair a lot. Jeez. I don't want to cover up her mouth too much, but I do want to get some nice movement with her hair. Make sure I get her rounded elf ears. Sometimes when I'm working on an illustration, I'll draw like a particular face, and it's just so good. Like, I just enjoy it genuinely a lot. So then I don't know. I'm just having a good time. A lot of her hair is gonna be swooshing back due to the run. And her staff's called Ambrosia, right? I'm trying to remember. I think that's what her staff is. I think that's what her staff is called. Do this arm. Probably is something where she's grabbing his hair. Have the shoulder be high on it. I need a reference image for this. Hello! welcome to the stream. We are making fan art of Dungeon Meshi because I enjoy the show and I think it's fun. Currently, we're drawing Marcel. And I need a reference picture of how I want this arm to be. Arm positions. We'll go from there. Never watched. Can't help memory. Fair enough. If you do get the chance, it is a genuinely very good show, and it seems very silly at first with the food concept, but it does get more serious with the plot. Like, as you just learn about the characters more. And I think my favorite aspect of the show is when they, like, take a piece of fantasy and then explain it in a way that, like, adds to the ecosystem of the dungeon. I think that's really fun, and it's super intriguing watching them twist. Yeah, essentially. All good shows start silly, and then once they once they finish up with the world building, they start getting serious with the plot. Every good show does this. Okay, so thumb would be on inside. I'm just trying to figure out how the heck her arm is gonna be. It'd probably go up like that. Maybe? Arm? Sense? Help. I think I need to push out this hand a bit more. Also, probably gonna have to redo this hand at some point, because let's be honest, this isn't the most high caliber hand that I could do. Alright, she has dumb sleeves. How she's not concerned about it dropping on, getting caught on things, I'll never know. Elbow does 70-degree angle. Thank you. We'll figure out the arm position at some point. Why did we switch over to the smart object layer? I do not know. I just love it when Windows gives me warnings on things that I didn't want to do in the first place. Might need to tilt this a bit more. I need to include her hand in that, though. have it point it a bit more straight out. Yeah, there we go. And she can be prepping some sort of magic spell. Ever the wizard. Wanted to check with something. Saved a photo of the tuxedo falcon from. I mean, there should be no copyright police on it, but I would appreciate that if you do repost it somewhere that you let people know that I was the one who drew it. That's only stipulation on that. Just let people know who the artist is, but other than that, you should not have any problems with just saving it for personal personal want to enjoy the piece in non-video format. I think I need to lift her up a bit. Raise her up. There we go. This is gonna be such a silly illustration. I mean, I might need to make her a bit bigger too. Oh, but that means... Which means then I need to grab both of them and scooch them back a bit so that the magic is not being cut off. Artist draws America. Of course, credit goes to the author. Just have some, just have known some very controlling artists. Artist draws America, also artist. I own this now. Yeah, that's a little odd. Like, I understand you put your effort into drawing something, but depending on what you draw, that does not mean you, like, own the entirety of it. You just maybe own your drawing, but yeah. On one hand, yeah, I can understand. On the other, some of them do get a little bit too much. Just a little bit too much into it. I'm gonna pull the staff inwards a bit because I want to play around with her placement on his shoulder. There we go, that's better. And since her... I need that on a separate layer. So, chest is here. So then, her legs be like this, maybe? I think I need the leg to hang down a bit farther. Um, 'Tis alright. To be fair on you, I didn't warn anyone either, because, a mixture between me needing to leave the house really early, and then also, my iPad being weird, I didn't post an information, I didn't post the same kind of update I usually do at the beginning of the day for this. It's also why I ended up starting the stream later than I usually do, because I needed to finish uploading. I needed to finish the thumbnail image for the stream. Okay, now that that's in place, then I can... Okay, so she has her skirt thing, which is secured by a belt. And she has pleats along it. And I'm imagining it would be bunched up like crazy with how Laios is holding her. I don't think her pants are gonna be super noticeable in this. I think it'll just be like a bit of the hem, or a bit of the cuff at the edge. Of course, YouTube just notified me of a stream that started 50 minutes ago. Is that what happens? Is that why it seems like notified after I start the stream for a significant amount of time? Interesting. Guess that's good to note. Not that I can really do anything about it, but helpful to just have knowledge of, I guess. Day has been going well for, well, I mean, I've stated this already, but for the people who just joined, I'm hoping your day has been going well. Now to figure out how to draw Laios's hand. We love it. Love to see it. Or I guess I could work on Chilchuck. Chilchuck's also an option. How's this looking? Messy! Yay! Ooh. Field trips are fun. What a field trip is it? Are you like going to a business place, a zoo place, zoo would be kind of odd in the winter, but you know, it could be done. Are you going to museum? I went to a factory once. That was fun. That was actually my favorite field trip, was going over to Bosco Stick Factory. That was like by far the best field trip I've ever been on. They gave us fresh Bosco sticks. Drawing a hand for a man. elbows, hands, and arms. Oh my. Would his hand be... Where was his hand? Okay. We're going to a mission. Don't remember which mission. Fair enough. I need a reference picture. Excuse me. I had a ginger beer earlier. What do I even search up? Person holding person over shoulder? Specifically? Yeah, I should have expected that. That's not really what I had in mind. I just want my reference image. Please, just read my mind. Know what I want. Could I have been more descriptive? Probably. I just want to know how the hands look. Like, I can imagine how the hands would look. But sometimes I just want to know what it would look like. I don't... How else would I describe this? Person holding person over shoulder. Holding person over shoulder? Okay, so I think you would mostly just... I could cheat it a bit, have it where you can see his hand, and then have her clothes cover up the rest of the arm, so then I don't have to draw it. Yeah, this works. I like that. She's wearing a poofy skirt for a reason, and the reason is then I don't have to figure out arms. Exactly the author's intent. No other reason. No other reason for her. I'm having a grand old time. I was watching a person do a video today, and they were examining the artistic process, which was interesting. That hand needs to be bigger. That's a baby hand. That's a tiny hand. It's not quite proportional. So, his shoulder would be like this, right? Is something like that. So, I don't have to draw most of it. Yay! I love that. Awesome. And now I have to carefully erase because I realized I drew this on Marcel's layer and not Laios's layer. Did you get your Discord working? I don't think my Discord was broken. Did I try and open it last week and it wasn't working? As far as I'm aware, I wasn't having issues with my Discord. Or maybe the issue was like small enough that like when it got fixed it was something I didn't even notice. Oh, you're so right. I completely forgot about that. I am so sorry. I think my Discord's currently streamer mode, hence why I couldn't copy the link for it. If I remember, I will update the link in the bio and I'll try and figure out how I can have a permanent link up because I think what the issue is it's a 7-day link, which I think I need it to be longer because I'm just casually advertising it. What app do I use for art? It depends on what I'm doing. Currently, I'm using Photoshop, but I also use Procreate. Yeah. Specifically for streaming, though, I have to use Photoshop because I can't really show my art process with Procreate very well. Like, I could use my MacBook and then stream it, but I think that would be a little cursed, the way I would have to do that. Is it just me or does the music feel really quiet right now? Yep, it's just quiet. We're good otherwise. Okay, so I think you can pause for a little bit with Marcel and go over and do Chill Chuck. Now that we got how Marcel's being carried. So turn on the bottom layer, and I think we actually need to move this up a bit. Not forever, just down for Senshi, but I need that up for Chill Chuck because we changed a couple positions for everyone else. Oh, time to pull up a picture of Chill Chuck. I would say that Chill Chuck is probably one of my favorite characters out of all of them. I don't know. Just he has a fun vibe. Disgruntled dad trying desperately to keep this group going. Also, this poor man, he just keeps getting mistaken as a child, which I think is very silly. Though I also do find it fun when people draw fan art of him and not like redesign him. Well, like it's a small redesign where he looks a touch bit more like a middle-aged man and less like a child. But it's ambiguous enough where he could still realistically be mistaken as a child if someone's not looking quite. So someone's not quite looking at him right from the back. Because short stature equal young child, right? Found it very funny in the anime when he was able to, with the changelings, be like, ah, yeah, now I get to toss people around. Time for my payback. Because I've been tossed around by many, and now it's my turn. I can do this now, because I'm a tall man. Very silly. This man's haircut is so silly. It's like a bowl cut. It's just having the grandest of times over here. Well, he's not resenting Laios right now. Definitely won't be planning out some sort of form of payback. Somehow, didn't think it was possible. I do think I drew his ear a bit too big. I know it's hard to do, but I think I did it. And his little scarf thing. We'll draw Laios' arm, and then we can move on to Senshi. My second favorite character of the show. He's just a really silly guy, you know? He just wants to cook. He wants to avoid society, which, fair. He decided to live in the dungeons and avoid taxes. Out of all of his life planning and goals, that was not the worst thing he could have done. He could have done a lot worse than find a way to avoid taxes. I think I have to draw Laios' arm first, because I can't really show where he's holding on to the arm without having it drawn. have his other arm. I think I had his leg just. This poor man. I didn't have a plan for his other leg, so I think he's just. Sure. He's being covered up by Senshi anyway, it's fine. Yeah, I don't think this is what Chilchuck signed up for when he decided to go out adventuring, eating monsters and doing a quick runaway. I think I need to play around with his face a touch bit. We're getting pretty close to getting there with perfection. And then whatever the heck these... I cannot genuinely remember how his guards were looking. Well, with that there, then I can figure out how Elias's armor finishes sitting. There we go. And then I need to move the under sketch back down. Senshi to be on a lower plane. Now, up a reference image of Senshi. And she... I don't know how they did it, but they made this man's character design so round. It's honestly pretty impressive. So I think the most difficult thing will be getting his helmet. Okay, cool. I think I was kind of guesstimating with designs. I was just like going off of half remembered how the characters look when I was did the initial sketch for this. So I am glad glad you're enjoying the illustration so far. went based off of memory for the character drawings. So I'm glad I mostly got it accurate. There's just a couple places where it is not exact. It's probably just the round eyes, but his face just looks so soft. Why does his face look so soft? It has no right looking. Not derpy, but like, there's just something about his face that's just round. And we can do big, bushy, flowing in the wind, because that's what the author would want. Is his hair blowing in the wind, billowing. Character with the second most fabulous hair besides Marcel is probably Senshi. This was intentional. I don't make the rules, this is just how it is. I have some music playing, but it's understandable if you can't hear it. I can turn it up slightly. Is this better? I just didn't want it overwhelming so much, because some of the music can get a little bit loud. As what it is the case with Minecraft music on occasion. It just tends to fall into the background. Hopefully this is better. Fluffy arm cuffs. And then I think I could afford to raise his arms a bit. Genuinely can't remember what kind of shirt he has. I don't think he has a shirt on. I think it's just his beard. I think I'm remembering it. He does not have a shirt. He just has a beard. And that's all he needs, apparently. I was trying to remember if he had like at least a tank top or something, but I think this man just does not have a shirt. That's fine. Alright. just need to make sure his beard is even more luscious and thick, so we don't get any indecency from this man. Not that I think he cares, but I care. If someone's got to preserve this man's modesty. Might as well be me. Enough believable arm space that we could do that. Zoom in because he's not liking that. I'm trying to be exact. How rude. I really relate to Senshi, I too force feed my friends nutritious meals. I really love that this show decided to let's make a cooking show and add plot. I love that for them. I love my cooking show plot. It's great. Alright, I think I was wrong. I don't think I actually could give him longer arms. I don't know. Now his arms feel too long, which is upsetting, because that was not what I was going for. Maybe if I move the armpit hair up a bit. His little armor skirt combo, I did not remember as stiff as I was thinking. There's no pleats in this man's skirt. He's just going. So now that I'm looking at his armor closer, he's wearing sandals, and then also he doesn't really have anything covering. I think it's just bare skin and metal for his armor. I don't think is necessarily ideal. don't know why you would want metal against skin. I feel like that wouldn't be comfy at all. There he goes. There goes the gang. They're all here. Ready to eat some weird food. I think I accidentally gave this man platform sandals for a hot second there. Don't worry, it's been fixed. Funny that two of the group members wear sandals instead of boots most of the time. Guess they're not overly concerned about general hazards? I don't know. It seems slightly odd to me that they wouldn't be wearing them. Or full-on boots, I mean. Alright. How we looking? I think Chill Chuck needs the audio. Sorry for the audio cutout. Accidentally unplugged my headphones. Which is kind of contingent on this entire thing. Yes, this entire thing is contingent on my headphones being plugged in. I feel like I need to change. I need to change Senchi's leg because I'm messing around with it and I'm looking at it. It's not quite right. I think the cleanest part of this drawing right now is Laios's face. Hello! Welcome! We are making just finished the sketch for my delicious and dungeon fan art. Has your day been going well? Have you been having a good time? Thank you. I've been really enjoying drawing it. I've been having a great time drawing these silly goofers. I need to define Chilchuck's whatever the heck he's doing with his legs, because I don't know. I don't know what he's doing with his legs. Would he scrunch into a ball? That's an option. Would he have one leg kind of brought up like this? And the other one's stretched out? Would it be the other way around? Where he has the other one stretched up like this? And he has the other one like that? I don't know. It kind of gives off ramshackle vibes, if you know what that is. Heard of that. That sounds vaguely familiar. Let me ramshackle. Yeah, I have watched that. Fair enough. Fair enough. I could see where you could get that. Question of the hour. What the heck is Chilchuck doing with his legs? People want answers. I love when I press the Alt buttons instead of the space. Really just helps me out here. Okay, so he's curled up. And I feel like he would have another half bent leg there, so yeah. Leather armor on top. That is segmented. There we go. Yeah, that. There's Lyoslayer. Lyoslayer, now we can erase some lines from that. Though a lot of it might just be Chilchuck doing his thing with all the sketch lines that I drew. There we go. Now the question is, do I want to go back over this and line it, or do I want to call it a night? Options. I do have something else I need to do, and I can't do that on stream, so pretty good base, I think. I think the lining would take me long enough that I would want to... I'm I'm contemplating. I think we'll line for a little bit. I'll just group these sketch layers together. We'll do a little bit of lining, which should go much faster than the sketch because I don't need to do any thinking for that. I can just go. Yeah. I don't know why my computer decided that today was the day that he was gonna run. Odd choice on his part. I didn't think I was doing anything super strenuous on him. Not anything new anyway. An odd day on Laios' part when he is stressed about a monster. Man's not usually on the running side. Usually he is very firmly on let's try and taste it. Looks like a tasty morsel right there. He walked right up to us. I really need to stop hitting the Windows key. Having a chill time. Drawn chill chuck. I'll be so happy when the week calms down though, because then I can work on my animation don't look. I haven't gotten to work on that all week. I've been very busy. Every time I redraw the smile, I think the vibes of it change just slightly. This is fine, but that does mean we get farther and farther away from the original sketch. Sometimes the original vibes of the sketch, despite not being atomically correct, is where the direction of which you wanted the illustration to go. Those two lines met up. Unacceptable. No tangents here. We aren't looking for tangents. He wears gloves, right? Like little fingerless gloves. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he wears little fingerless gloves. Weirdo. I get it. He needs to be able to see. He needs to feel the traps and whatnot. And having glove protection's nice, but what a weirdo. Having his digits exposed in the dungeon? More likely than you'd think. Actually, I think he's the only one who's actually trying with gloves. I don't think anyone else is wearing gloves. Yeah, and then he just has his little leather armor thing. Yeah, his boots are pretty simple. Pretty simple outfit, all things considered. This man doesn't need fancy bells or whistles. Too heavy for his job. Make it smaller. Smaller boot. There we go. Frank is being ridiculous again. He decided that he didn't have enough homes, and the big giant one that he made the other day was not enough, so he needed to make a new one, but this one was like kind of in the way. He decided to put it in a place that's definitely gonna get torn the next time we try and feed this man. So I don't know what his thought process is, but I guess he just doesn't know. Like, we finally got him to build his nest in a good area, and then he's like, oh, but what if I put it somewhere else? And we're like, No, please. Please, Frank. Please do not put your nest there. It would be greatly appreciated if you didn't put your nest there. It's gonna get torn. He does not care though. If he actually cared, he would not build it there. Nice. I don't think I ever like really fully figured out what I was doing with Marcel's capelet situation over here. This is a good thing I'm lining over this again, because I think this would have been a bit of a nightmare trying to visually understand if I just ended up trying to erase some of the sketch lines. Sometimes that works. In this case, however, I don't think it would have. Yeah, I think I'm getting to the point where I'm just kind of either locking into the drawing, talking. I can tell I'm running out of conversation topics because I brought up Frank. Please, only a conversation topic because I don't know what else to talk about. I was about to pinch the screen and move it like I would in Procreate, which would not have worked because my screen tablet does not have touch. It is not a touch tablet. The only thing that works on it is the pen. There really is just a fine line between someone yelling and someone smiling. At least the way I drew it here. I think there was a little bow in the front for Marcel for her little capelet. For this hand. Now we get to go crazy with wood textures. One of my favorite textures to draw. I used to not really be able to draw trees very well. And it's because I tried to draw them like buildings with too much concern with straight edges. It just didn't look right. And then I really looked at a tree and I was like, oh wait, trees have bark. They aren't like, they're bumpy. Most trees are not smooth. And even if they are smooth, they still have a little wonk to them. And thus was born my new and improved trees, now with wonk. Staff would go in front of the capelet, I'm pretty sure. It's like pretty good. I think we've gotten a decent amount of lining done. I think I'm gonna call it here for the night. I am starting to get tired, and I have a couple other, like one other thing I need to do tonight. So I think I'm gonna call it here. Thank you so much for joining the stream. I had a lovely time, and we will continue working on this next week. And I hope everyone has a good rest of their night. Alright, see you next week.